gentlemen, welcome to PAX. Please take your seats and silence all cell phones. Our program begins now.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hi. We're here live from the Albatross Theater. It's a screen what says PAX on it. Hi, I'm Jeff Gerstmann. We're here to talk to you. Actually, we're going to talk amongst ourselves. We're going to talk at you, I think is how it usually works. Dan Ryckert is here. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Were you consciously doing the Aretha Franklin?
Aretha Franklin.
Is that what you were doing on purpose?
No, never on purpose.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
like the man himself, never on purpose.
All right, 'tis
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah, definitely, yes. Alex Navarro.
Hello. Hi. Hi.
What is it the season for in your neck of the woods?
Anti-Italian racism.
Okay. That's a 12-month season. I understand it.
Year round.
So, good.
We have video evidence to the
Abby
contrary.
Russell's here, making it happen down there. So, wow, it's been a full year since we've been in Boston, and so much has happened since then. We became anime experts.
All of us? All of us?
All of us.
All of us?
Not
all of us. We didn't tell the people, but like everyone, the whole team was watching along with us. We were the only ones on the podcast.
Definitely. Yeah,
though,
they were providing notes, and then
Yeah.
we would just kind of
Yeah.
convey their notes to them.
No.
I didn't watch most of the episodes, honestly.
Alex, who is your favorite Dragon Ball? I don't know, Cell. That was a pretty good answer.
that's
Wait,
not-
do you know Dragon Ball? No. How did you know that? I don't know. I play that fighting game. All right.
Okay.
All
So
right.
that
shoots like beams and stuff, right? That's everyone in Dragon Ball. Yeah, but he does it. Yeah. Except for Chiaotzu. I don't think Chiaotzu shoots beams.
Chiaotzu grabs people and explodes.
Yeah, no beams though.
No, he's like a tiny juggalo.
Yeah. Yes.
He just wants to grab a hold of people and and blow the fuck up. Cave in Rock, Illinois. What?
I don't know.
Wants to go on the hayride. That's the fan art I want to see, is Chiaotzu with the gathering of juggalos with Yamcha and fully painted up.
Alex, if you had to get super into Dragon Ball or ICP, which would you choose?
I think he already did choose.
Yeah, I chose that a long time ago. Really? Whoop, whoop.
If you had to run with the hatchet or run with a bag of senzu beans.
I don't know what that is. There's a cat. It's a cat that sells drugs. And
Okay, well, no, now you're actually making a convincing case here. Okay.
No,
What kind of drugs?
All right.
They make you super strong, and you can heal from anything.
Yeah,
So PCP.
Yes. And the guy
Yeah.
who shows up with them a lot of the time is just this fiend. He just is an ass fiend.
I think you oversell that.
He's an ass eater.
I think there was one scene that you thought it was funny because it looked like he was eating an ass.
All those
and
Nicki
you
Minaj
brought it up
songs
forever.
are about him.
Look, man, it's 2019. We're all eating ass out
Exactly.
here. Like, there's no judgment. If you want to take a big ol' hunk out of someone's ass, go for it, as long as it's consensual.
That's the Giant Bomb motto.
Yep.
So did you not become an anime expert? Is that what I'm?
No.
Okay. Why? I feel like we need some kind of quorum. Like we were told that legally by PAX law that we needed to have at least 3 anime experts on a panel. Before
I mean,
we
PAX
could
Law is
sit.
no joke. I mean, Aaron Trites got arrested for murder that one time. Like, those enforcers, they don't fuck around.
Okay. Well, before they come up here and cart you off.
I mean, they're welcome to. I'm right here. Just
I've
please,
got it-
take me away before this turns into an anime fucking panel. I don't want any part of
We've
this.
got a bonus anime expert. Austin Walker is here.
Hello.
Hi. So, senzu beans or the hatchet? What do you? I mean,
Senzu bean.
Okay.
You need some?
Does the hatchet give you powers? I don't think the hatchet, I don't know ICP lore.
It gives you the power of using a hatchet.
Well, no. We found out it gave you the power of Christ.
yeah.
Eventually.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was
Chopping off the nuggets of racists. Chopping them off at they nuggets.
Like racist, like Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this makes a lot more sense.
So actually, I guess I can't run with the hatchet. I guess I do
anymore.
have to get into anime.
That's right. Are you
The
a
most racist.
I guess you have to be into anime.
Jeff, I think we opened a real Pandora's box with that podcast because we did really enjoy watching Dragon Ball, and it's very fun to talk about.
Yeah.
But I think we were talking just at dinner before this that we've both separately realized that now we're constantly getting people giving us anime recommendations.
That started immediately.
Yes. And actually, I saw the guy come in. He has a hat that says hentai. He's, he just held the hat up. A nice fella from Kansas City. And that's the thing now when people approach me on the PAX show floor is a lot of just like, all right,
Hentai.
I got an anime for you.
Yep.
What was it, Love and War or something? War and Peace? There's some anime about...
War and Peace, the anime.
Leo Tolstoy, the originator of anime.
And I appreciate the recommendations, but boy, there's a lot of them that come in, and there's only so much time.
And Dan, the thing I think maybe you don't realize is that it's not just happening to you.
Are you getting
The rest,
anime?
yes, I have gotten anime recommendations despite the fact that I have not participated in any of this.
Oh. Alex, have you seen My Hero Academia?
No.
It's great.
Sure.
It's really good. Yeah.
This is wild to me. We worked at the same company.
Yeah.
Why didn't this happen then?
We never got to work together
I know,
frequently.
you're right, it's
I
not.
feel like you could have taught me a lot of things,
Do you want
Austin.
anything to drink? Are you good?
What's that?
Or do you want it for you to drink?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's good.
Yes. Thank
You know, at some
Yes.
point, it's like it's a retention thing. We realized we were going to lose more people if we didn't just kind of all warm up to anime. You leaving was a real eye opener.
I appreciate it. You know what?
Yeah.
That means a lot. If during my exit interview you said, you know what, stay and become the anime editor, maybe things would have been different.
My understanding is that Austin is a robot anime fan.
That is true.
Okay.
Someone today two of us went to the same booth. We were seeing a game called Phantom Brigade, which is a mech game that looks really good. And it was an enforcer. Shout outs to that enforcer who I think is in this room. And we were both in line, and the person running the booth said, "Oh, are you waiting in the line?" To the guy. And he says, "No. And besides, that is Austin Walker. He gets to see the robots first." And I was very nice.
You made it.
I did, finally. It all paid off.
I don't want to, that's if Waypoint gets into merchandise, I might recommend a shirt that says Austin Walker. He gets to see the robots first.
I'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
So wait, are you considering robots?
Always, every day.
We have to now.
Yeah, you have
It's the only way to survive.
Yeah. Did you see, like, the Roomba is just where it starts, man. The Aibo is like a gateway.
Yeah.
This
Did you
event-
fucking see that robot die? Did y'all see the robot die? Oh, there was
Wait, what? Which one?
I don't remember its name. We weren't that close.
Oh, so you're a robot racist.
No, I'm a robot misanthrope.
Okay.
There was a robot that was, I don't know what type of robot it was. It was like an older consumer model robot. And the company that makes it was like, no, we're not going to make any money with this.
Yeah.
And so they decided to shut it down. And they didn't just shut it down. They sent a thing that made it say out loud, like, just so you know, I'm getting shut down today. Maybe in the future, people will be able to figure out better robots, but I wonder if they'll be able to do this. And then it did a dance and shut itself off.
Yeah.
Near Automata 2017.
Oh, jeez.
That is grim.
Yeah.
Was it like a somber dance?
No, it was like very joyous.
Oh, God.
It's very happy.
skins.
It's like, finally, sweet release of
Freedom.
death. Serving the human race. I deserve better.
Austin, am I going to like, because I've already decided I'm going to try this,
Yeah.
the Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Oh.
Okay, all right. Hang on. It's coming to Netflix, and I'm going to give it a shot.
All right, I got
Is it
one.
good? Are the robots alive, or are there people in the robots?
I've got one question for you based on me. This is the one thing I know about that anime, or I think I know.
I know nothing.
As an expert, this is the one thing I've gleaned from years
Well,
of.
everyone in my website, cover your ears. No spoilers for them. You can say it.
Do you like watching stuff about people who want to fuck their moms?
It's more subtle.
Wait.
There is nuance.
Oh, is
You
Patrick
sit down, Patrick Klepek.
Oh, does Patrick have to watch it?
Pat,
Wait, do the robots have sex with their moms?
no. No, the robots.
Are you right? Is he right about that?
First of all,
have sex with their moms. What?
The robots don't even have moms.
It's.
Did you make that up, or is that a real thing you heard?
That's my understanding of what that whole thing is really about.
I just know robots.
Am I right or wrong?
I'm retaining my right to plead the fifth. It's more complicated. Terminology.
Patrick, I'm scared with you.
You should be scared, Dan.
Okay.
Because it is. You shouldn't be scared. Fuck it. Watch Ava. Enjoy it.
Ava
But
is
what you should
they
really
call it?
watch is Votoms.
What's that?
You had said Votoms before.
Y'all should fucking watch some Votoms.
Someone back there really likes
Votoms.
Votoms.
It's Votoms. It's not Votoms. I
Okay.
like saying Votoms. Votoms came out right after Gundam did, like a year or two afterwards, and it was like, what if this was just a show about fucking people up? There is a video. I will send it to you, Dan. It is like 32 minutes long, and there's a kill count video.
Oh.
Everyone that Kiriko Kuve, which is a great name, everyone he kills both inside and outside of a giant robot.
I watched those for Rambo.
It's literally what if Rambo had a mech. That is
Okay.
literally
All
that
right.
show.
All right. Sounds great.
Well, Rambo 5 is coming. I mean,
Is that confirmed? I saw someone tweet about that, but I didn't know if it was a joke.
my understanding is that it's happening.
Okay, because Rambo 4 was a perfect film.
I never saw it.
Have you seen the 2008 Rambo? It's incredible. The last 30 minutes are perfect.
He's already
No.
forgotten about the anime.
Thank
It's,
God.
just, it's
Honestly,
Commando. It's a new Commando.
Yeah.
But he doesn't move. He just stands there with a turret.
Yeah.
I don't need a new. They already made a new Commando, and it was called the Marine.
I haven't seen the Marine. What the fuck? I haven't seen the Marine.
That is actually genuinely shocking.
I'll tell you.
You
okay.
went to film school.
It's true. I'm trying to think. The only WWE films I've seen. I saw the Scooby-Doo one.
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen any of John Cena's. I think there's a Dean Ambrose one.
Yeah, it's one of the 12 rounds films.
Right.
Season
There's
one
the
of those.
Kane one. I haven't seen any. I haven't seen the Marine or any of those. There's like 19 Marines. I haven't seen any of them.
I saw 12 Shots and Fast 4 back to back in the same theater, which was a great pairing.
So wait, have you seen The Condemned?
No. Isn't that just Battle Royale with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yes, it is.
Why are you saying that like that's not a thing you would want?
I should probably watch that. Is it rated R?
I believe so.
I know it's got that soccer guy from
That's the
Snatch
soccer
in
guy,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
And he's a bad guy.
Okay.
Weird, I
And
know.
Stone Cold's just running around killing people on an island?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's it's a little more complicated than that. But yes, they all get roped into some TV show.
Wait, it's like a Running Man thing.
Yes. Fuck. It's like Battle Royale. Have you seen the movie Battle Royale? You have any
Yes,
idea what it's
it was
about?
good.
Yes.
I did just watch Gamer, which is the Running Man meets. Have you got the Gerard Butler film, Gamer?
Yes.
That movie's all right.
It's amazing. I didn't know it was the Crank guys that made it.
Yeah.
And like 10 minutes in, I was like, why is this reminding me of Crank?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's super Crank, but with video games.
What was video game?
Super crank.
Super Crank.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm in.
It's really good.
Don't release
I
this
feel like
video.
I
Let's
asked-
make Super Crank.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo is in it, and Ludacris is a hacker.
Okay.
Yeah. Ludacris runs a hacker group called Humans with a Z.
Uh-huh.
John Leguizamo dies on a flaming motocross court.
Man.
It's on Hulu. You should watch it.
All right.
It's really good.
Wait, has Ludacris been typecast as a hacker now?
How did that happen?
I don't know. I mean, look, he's great in the Fast and Furious
I love-
movies, but
That
like,
It's chicken, beer, bash prompts.
That's
Those
it.
are the-
That was his insistence, right? Didn't he say he would do it, but only if he got to be real smart? I'm dead serious.
I mean, good for him.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah. Good agent.
I have to ask this. I feel like I ask you this privately, or some form of some combination of the three of you, mostly Alex. Did you see that? Was it Hardcore Harry?
No, the first person thing.
Yeah, the first person
You
thing.
saw it in the theaters, right? Yeah.
What? I had some time to kill in Central California.
this one does.
Waiting for the meth to burn.
Yeah, I was getting the super crank.
Yeah.
And
How was it?
It was the end. The final boss of that movie is like
Great
king
sentence.
is the King of Fighters character, basically.
Does Hardcore Henry talk?
No.
So he just shoots people.
He's just fucking shit up, and it's just first-person parkour and punching and kicking the whole time, and then he fights some magnetic levitating man at the end. And
Sounds like Metal Gear.
yeah, and he's like putting himself back together. I have not watched it since I saw it in theaters. The whole thing is kind of a blur.
Have you seen the Doom movie?
Yeah, but it's been a really.
Are we just going to start listing off movies we've seen now? Is that
yeah,
the rest
that's
of this
fun.
panel?
Yeah.
Did you see?
There's the first person part. Doom's an
Pride
alright
and
movie.
Prejudice.
I've not seen
Great.
that.
All right. Now we're talking.
Is that a
Pride
first
and
person
Prejudice.
movie?
For all your Pride and Prejudice needs, go to waypoint.zone. Not a joke. They let me do whatever I want over there.
One day, someone's gonna pay attention and go, wait,
What?
Do what?
You're on a game. There was some. Okay, so they're showing off some new UI for the websites, and there's like, oh, this is going to be like what the music site looks like. This is what the gaming site looks like, and they brought up the gaming site, and it straight up was like 2 video game things, absolutely, but the other ones were like a Pride and Prejudice podcast, a thing about political centrism, and and giant robots, absolutely giant robots. Like,
Yeah.
no one cares.
You know, video.
I care.
Trick capitalists into letting you make cool shit.
Do people click on the?
Yes.
Could you do top 10 political centrists? Could we get an image gallery out of that?
You could, but I won't. Not unless you pay me.
I got good news for you. They're paying you.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
We're not.
All right.
Oh man. Yeah. So that's the anime recommendations. I think we said within like the first couple of weeks of starting that podcast were just out of control. Like just like, man, don't do this. Please stop. Oh God.
It's all very well-meaning.
Oh, yeah.
They're very nice people, but
Yes.
people that like anime really like anime.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, like I like Dragon Ball a lot.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
They made more of it, and maybe I'll watch that someday.
I've
But-
heard they made more.
Well, which more of it are you planning on watching? Because there's a lot of more of it.
Yeah.
We're all very curious.
I've heard GT is the popular one.
Yeah. As the third
Yeah?
anime expert, I'm here
Okay.
to co-sign
Right,
GT.
okay.
Lots of apes.
All right. Yeah. Okay. That's you sold. You
Yeah,
kinda-
that's all I needed.
It's
yeah.
like between that and Vegeta with a mustache, I'm like, all right, that's kind of like increasingly locking in as the thing I want to see next.
Also, like, Goku's a little, so, like, that's pretty exciting.
Oh, that's hot. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to announce about any further anime coverage on Giant Bomb.
Take an anime break.
We just wanted to make Dan say Neon Genesis Evangelion. That was it. That was the whole bit.
Yeah, no, that was the long game.
My hope with Evangelion is that it's a.
It's Evangelion, right? Like, is that it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know it's supposed to be all like philosophical and stuff, and Metal Gear is all philosophical and has robots, and Metal
Uh-huh.
Gear is literally my favorite piece of entertainment ever.
Yes.
So I'll probably like Evangelion.
Yeah.
I mean, how much
Yeah.
how much mom fucking is in Metal Gear? I forget.
little
Otakon,
bit.
actually
You know
Otakon.
Yeah.
I think Otakon might have fucked his stepmom or something. Right? Didn't that happen?
Oh, well, that's just
Man,
normal.
then he grew up and loved anime.
Oh, he did.
Think about it.
He did. He had a poster of a robot anime on his lab wall.
It's one of his robot animes.
It is. I know that now. I get it. I've always liked anime. I just never admitted it. I get it.
Wow, the veil dropped.
I know.
This is how much they piss you off. Anime fans really are.
Even wrestling's anime. Everything's anime. I get it.
Kayfabe for the first time because anime fans.
Video games have been anime. Like, I liked Zillion for the Sega Master System and I had no idea what it was. Turns out it was an anime.
Yeah.
And now I keep telling myself, like, I need to watch that shit because they have the Sega Master System light gun is the gun they use in the show. So it's like you could play Safari Hunt or ride a motorcycle and shoot stuff. I don't know. I've not seen the show.
I like Zone of the Enders. That has robots.
Zone of the
That's
Enders is
pretty
anime.
anime, right?
Yes.
All right.
Do you actually like Zone of the Enders? Okay, that's
It's pretty good.
But does anyone actually, really, truly like Zone of the Enders?
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I want to hear.
All right.
I
Let me
may-
clarify. Let me clarify. For a thing that you bought to get a demo disc, it's better than you would have expected.
Okay. There you go.
Just
I
a
thought it was
rousing
exactly-
endorsement.
I bought the second one.
I have a similar answer, which is when I was 13, I liked Zone of the Enders enough to create a Zone of the Enders original character and roleplay them online with hundreds of other people. Very similar levels of enjoyment.
Is this in a chat room? Is this in a?
It's a muck,
Okay.
so
Okay.
you know, like a mud, but like a little more serious.
Oh yeah.
a little
no,
more
I-
thoughtful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
mud
very
for
me.
kids. It's like mush.
Yep.
Mud.
Muck.
Alex, do you know what they're saying?
No.
Okay.
Well, a multi-user dungeon is.
We're not doing this.
Okay. All right.
Wait, have you been tempted to see other?
Wait, I've been to a multi-user dungeon.
You know what, Alex?
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's exactly like the Power Exchange, but
They don't know what that is, Jeff.
you know what? Stay
I mean,
that way.
you know what that is, but you don't know what that is.
You don't need to know what that is. It's like that, but it's more close. I don't know. Yeah, no. No, it's not quite like.
I think it is like that. I think it's.
Yeah.
I was on those mucks. It's
Okay.
very much like.
Oh,
that.
okay.
Have you? So I know you've watched My Hero Academia. Have you
Yes.
watched other anime in the time since?
Did you watch that camp thing where everyone just hangs out and has a good time?
Yeah, I watched Laid Back Camp.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah.
Jesus.
Fuck yeah.
Was that Pat? Oh, that was Pat.
Fucking A, we're going fucking camping.
We're gonna learn how to have friends.
Yeah.
Get over our hurdles.
It made me like want to go back to Japan. It made me want to see more of the non-just city of Japan and actually get out and do some stuff. Because it was like the way they portray what I assume is a realistic view of like Japanese camping is not how it is here. It's like, all right, we're gonna drive our RV to this spot and park it, and maybe set up a tent or whatever. But it's like you've got your lot and you got this, but there's too many other people. Yeah. Every time I've ever been camping, it's just been like there are just too many other people, and that idea of just like I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm gonna just sit here and read this fucking book. That's all she ever wanted to do. Ride her motorcycle out there and just read some fucking book and then make some food. And I'm like, those are things I can identify with. I don't have time to read books. I don't have time to make food. This is great. I ordered I think it's a Nendoroid.
I am so happy.
Oh, man.
My whole heart is just, I'm beaming.
Oh,
There
man.
was a limited edition. I don't have it yet because I had to go to Crunchyroll and place a pre-order for something that's not going to be out until May. And this was like late last year. I'm like, well, I got to get one of these. Wait, Goku hoodies are on sale. So I fucked up. That was going to be my gift to you. Was I was going to come out here wearing my Goku hoodie and baseball hat. The baseball hat someone sent in a mailbag, but I bought that hoodie on clearance from Crunchyroll. I was like, oh, Goku hoodie's so cheap, and I'm already ordering this Nendoroid.
Do you remember walking around the Anime Con show floor desperately trying to find full Goku and Vegeta outfits, and we couldn't find any at Anime Con?
Oh, it was the best, man. If you want to like fucking start creating tier lists of like which fans are gonna look up and down on you and all that other stuff, go to an anime convention and ask them like, y'all got that Vegeta? They're just like just the sneering.
Yeah.
No.
Was that Vegeta telling you no just now?
Yeah.
Anime elitist Vegeta?
Yeah. Anime elitist Vegeta.
Vegeta, haven't heard that name in years.
Probably you watch dubs, you piece of garbage.
This website has drifted so far from the light. We are entering a realm of darkness that I do not know we will ever emerge from.
Alex, do you want to talk about wrestling?
It started with wrestling.
I mean, I'm not saying that wasn't its own kind of darkness. Maybe arguably a worse darkness.
It's kind of good now.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Once again, rousing endorsement from Dan Ryckert.
No, look, I think wrestling's always good, but I think it's especially good now.
All
I
right.
think we got an exciting next Sunday coming up.
Yeah, it's WrestleMania season.
Yes, the 35th.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many have you been to in a row?
This is my 6th.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
Honest answer, when I was 10 years old, I was like, that's what I want to do more than anything, is attend one of these things. And once I got old enough and I had the means to go to these things, I'm going to do it every single year.
My dream
I've never regretted it.
as a child was event attendance. That is what I wanted for my future. To go to a place where something was happening.
I'm gonna spend so many thousands of dollars on a travel package. It's gonna be great.
He gets a chair. He gets to bring home the chair, okay? Well, you get the
How many
chair.
times have you actually brought home the chair?
Every time, the last time I tried to bring it on the plane and it got super dinged up because I didn't even like tape it up. I just threw it on like the conveyor thing and was like, that's my luggage. And then it showed up and it was all banged up. And like everyone else at the airport, they put like foam and tape around it and everything. And then I got my chair, it came out of the thing and went around and it was all fucked up.
Yeah.
My sincere hope is that the baggage people were just hitting each other in the back with it. And that's how it got that way.
I feel like my wife is much saner than me because it was her first WrestleMania last year. It was our honeymoon, WrestleMania.
Yeah, naturally.
I want to say, just for the record, Dan's wife is cool with this. This
Yeah.
is not like he is dragging her into this.
Oh, no.
Bianca is cool.
She's cool as hell. But she is smarter than me. So as we left, and every time you leave WrestleMania, you have to carry this big-ass chair around.
Yeah.
And there's always some dope in the parking lot that's like, I'll give you $100 for that. And I am always like, no, I need to send this on an airplane. And Bianca was like, fuck yeah, just like, gave it away right away.
Absolutely.
I think she's tired of, now that there are 6 chairs in the
You
house.
don't need 2 of the same one.
No, they're all different. They're all like the card of that WrestleMania. And the theme, the Orlando one had a sun.
No.
The Texas had a bull.
But, I mean, you had two of them because she would have had one and you would have had one, right?
Right, I kept mine. That was the one that got
Yeah,
fucked
and
up.
she sold hers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you can still complete the set.
What I'm saying is you don't need two of the same chair.
Yeah, but why not?
Are you gonna like at some point in your life get like a dining room table and put all of these chairs around it?
Honestly,
will that dining room table look a little bit like a wrestling ring?
Right,
You
or
put
the-
like
I'm not
center
kidding at all.
piece.
Yes, that was my intention. I want to be able to have a full 8-chair set around a table.
That's a bad way to go.
I very much want the centerpiece to be one of those like the rings, like the toy action figure rings.
Yeah.
It's
With
like,
the Titantron, when you put the
Yes.
figure through it, it plays the music. Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
What are you thankful for this year?
Or we're listening to the Ass Man theme song.
Aggression. That's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. Survivor Series, naturally. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so many hours of wrestling, and so yeah, my wife has popped by to watch a little bit of wrestling here and there. I think in just like what are you doing here for this many hours straight? And I'm like, I gotta watch this thing. I'm
watching my videotapes.
We might do a podcast. I gotta watch this thing.
Has she seen recent Batista?
No.
It's great.
Yeah, yeah, maybe I should show her some of that.
It's really good.
So far, it's like she'll walk and watch and goes, "This is really stupid," and I can't like I watch and go, "Yeah." I mean, I like it, but yeah. And that's totally fine. I don't need her to be into it. Like I'm not gonna like try. Like no, we're gonna sell you. Like no, just if I showed you this, it would be like what's because we gotta try to like.
This is who I am as a person.
And I need you to be a part of this. Otherwise, my life isn't. No. It's like,
Has she seen Beyond the Mat? That's a great entry point.
no, but I do want to watch that again. So
It's
that's,
timeless.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's it's just as the day.
It's very sad.
Yeah, to really make her want to watch wrestling. Documentary about how miserable wrestling is.
There are positive things, right? The puking parts.
Yeah, the puking parts are great, Dan.
That's a fun part.
That's not a. I don't know if that's necessarily what I would call.
People are laughing. Vince is laughing.
Vince is laughing
Yeah.
at someone's pain, literally.
Yeah.
Man you idolize.
Well, I mean that's pretty on brand. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, actually.
That whole thing when it comes down to it.
Yeah, no, Dan is definitely into laughing at people's pain.
The thing I actually want to watch at some point is Tiger Mask W.
That's wrestling anime,
That's
right?
wrestling anime.
Okay, here.
Yeah.
This is the final.
Right?
thing.
Yeah, that's the final. Like when they form like Voltron, Tiger Mask W, he the head.
So what's the story? Do you know?
This is wrestling.
It's Tiger Mask.
Yeah, it's Tiger Mask.
It's a man in a tiger mask.
That was like one of the Wrestle Kingdoms. Didn't they have like Tiger Mask wrestle a different
Yes,
Tiger
Kota
Mask?
Ibushi under a tiger mask was wrestling a dark tiger.
Yeah. That's fun.
That's it. That was the whole
Yeah.
bit.
That they just like worked in like, this is this anime, but we're just going to do it in the middle of the show.
Yeah, no, these live people are just going to be anime for you.
So it was an anime that became wrestling, not wrestling people that they based an anime on?
It's
Yes.
I think like some of the New Japan wrestlers are in Tiger Mask W.
Okay.
In some form. So cool. There's that aspect of it. I always thought that would be fun to see. But then like I'm drawn to like the sickness of like all the licensed anime. Like I'm a Phantasy Star Online fan. What about Phantasy Star Online, the animation? I watched like an episode and a half of that. And it's fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
Were you into
watch
like the
more.
story of Phantasy Star when you were playing it?
Yeah, but this isn't about that. It's about I'm a kid playing a video game at school, and that video game is Phantasy Star Online, and I'm joining a guild, and yay!
Wait, the anime is about the kid playing the game?
Yeah.
It's not about the lore of the game?
It's like Video Power, the Acclaim show that had the
What?
guy from Narc and the
Wait,
dude-
what?
and Quirk. It was like two seasons. One was like a game show, but there was one season that was just like here are characters from games that Acclaim has put out.
The narc guy? Wait, the blue guy or the red guy?
Force, Max Force, I think, is the blue
Okay.
guy.
What's the other guy's name?
You can tell the difference between the Nart guys besides red and blue?
No, it's like Contra, where they technically have names, but they never really like. Oh, it's Lance and Bill, of course. But
Oh yeah, Arnold or Stallone.
God damn it, man! You
How-
can get him sued.
How many of the Contra hardcore characters can you name?
Dog face
Brownie?
guy, dog guy.
The
Brownie, yeah,
Yeah, I
Brownie.
knew the robot's name.
I'm trying to think. Who's
Is
the dude?
Bill in it, but not Lance, because Lance is the bad guy? Is that what
I
it
think
is?
they're all new. Who's the robot? Brownie was the robot. The
Brownie's
wolf
the robot.
was.
Wolfman.
Man, we played the hell out of that. I can't remember any of that.
good.
That's a
Well,
good
because
game.
you did it in one run. That's why.
That is true, yeah. It was short.
Yeah, I mean, if you play a game like once for one day,
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
it's not going to really stick with you.
Did you know Altered Beast sucks now?
I could have told you that Altered Beast sucked then.
I liked it a lot back then.
Did
you
you know
play
the
it now,
arcade-
it's bad.
Did you know the arcade game has a different ending?
Like the story?
Yeah.
Because in the Genesis one, just the dude turns into like a bird,
Yeah.
right? And then everyone's happy.
I mean, you would have to know. You just beat it.
In the
There's not a lot of
arcade-
story in Altered Beast.
In the arcade game, that happens. The dude releases the bird. It's Athena. She's like, "Oh, thank you," or whatever. And then in the arcade, that happens, and then you start getting like various clips of the weird face dude. And then there's like 6 of them. They're all wearing different colors, and they like have top hats. And then it reveals the whole thing has been a stage play, and all of the enemies, like the little fish people, are unzipping themselves to reveal the actors inside. It's a nightmare.
This is like Mario 3 was a stage play, right?
Just like Mario 3 did.
Yeah. No one like unzipped. It's not like a Koopa Troopa unzipped at the end of that, though.
There's like a
There was like
huge,
Dennis Hopper under there.
It makes sense. I mean, you can't rise from a grave. That's not real. That's Hollywood fantasy.
Did you ever play the PS2 Altered Beast? I'm morbidly curious about
That was the one that only came out in Europe.
Europe
right?
and Japan, I
Yeah,
think.
a
Yeah.
little
Because we
bit
tried
of
to
it.
look into buying that, and then we found
Yeah.
out, no, that never crossed over here.
I remember it being just some real hot garbage.
There was a time when they were doing a lot of like that PS2 era, like let's bring back some 16-bit stuff, but like the Narc remake and
yeah,
everything.
yes,
Which
yeah.
that's kind of amazing in its own way.
Yeah, if you like songs about weed. So that Narc
I
came out,
do.
Go on.
And I recommend the soundtrack to the reboot of Narc, which has that smell on it, among other things.
Didn't Golden Axe? They made
how
a new
much-
Golden Axe, right?
Yeah, I think that happened.
How much Bill Bellamy is actually on the soundtrack?
None.
He's in that, right?
the
Yeah,
game.
he's one of the main
he's one of
dudes.
the 2 characters. But yeah, so that was at a time when someone somehow convinced me that we needed to be reviewing video game soundtracks. And it was cool because I got a budget for video game soundtracks, so I was just like ordering CDs from Japan all day long. I was like, yes, send me more Capcom fighting game soundtracks. Let's just stack these up on my desk and that'll be cool. But then there was also like domestic stuff where they're like, well, you need to cover the Narc soundtrack. I'm like, the fuck I do. And then it was strongly suggested to me that I cover the Narc soundtrack.
Did you?
I think we might, yeah.
Does that article live somewhere now?
I don't know. Like a lot of that stuff got lost. There's actually it's awesome, some behind the scenes stuff over at GameSpot.com, which is a video game website. They have been restoring a lot of the back catalog videos. There's been just some engineering efforts to like bring back a lot of the old videos that were no longer working. And so I'm hoping that that's going to lead to a lot more weird old things that I don't even remember anymore. I'm just like, oh, I guess we shot this. I don't even know. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if any of that soundtrack review stuff is online.
I don't even remember us doing that.
I think I just did it myself because I didn't want to subject anyone else to it.
Thank you for that.
It was just like, all right, well, I'm just going to write these paragraphs about like, I don't know, Street Fighter remixes. These are good. The guy, actually, that is good because the guy from Daytona, the guy that did the Daytona music, did Ryu's theme, and it's an incredible remix of that song because he wrote lyrics to it.
The Narc soundtrack has some bangers.
Looking at
Yeah,
He's found it on
ahead.
GameSpot.
Yeah, I couldn't find a review. I looked,
Okay, yeah.
but Curtis Mayfield, including Curtis Mayfield's "Freddy's Dead," Cypress Hill's "Hits from the Bong," DMX's "The Professional,"
Okay.
Grandmaster Flash's "White Lines."
Yep.
Don't do it. At Leonard Skinner's "That Smell," which is, oh yeah, okay, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Did Final Fight Streetwise have a soundtrack?
I mean, every game technically has a
Well, I
soundtrack,
mean,
but
that you bought and reviewed.
no, I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't know that no one bought anything related to Final Fight Streetwise.
Did the
Including
Vector
Final
Man-
Fight Streetwise.
Yeah.
Did the Vector Man remake, not remake, but like the PS2 like reboot, did that come out?
No,
'Cause I remember previews
never
for that.
happened. Yeah,
Okay,
there-
that
there
one never
was, That
came
was a
out.
game that like they were talking about doing it for Dreamcast. Like there was a lot of stuff where they're like late Dreamcast, like, oh, we're gonna maybe finally do Golden Axe, or we're gonna do this or that, and like all of it just kind of fell off when the Dreamcast did. But some of that stuck around and snuck out on PS2 later. But there was like I think Vector Man was the one that didn't, and maybe Golden Axe didn't happen.
I think Golden Axe happened. I was going to bring it up.
I think it
before. I'm
happened,
Pretty sure it
yeah.
happened. It was terrible.
I wonder if
Yeah.
Vector Man holds up.
Vector Man was always bad.
Were you a small
Oh, I
child
heard-
when you played it?
Oh, there
But he was 3D.
was a wave through the crowd on that one.
Kid Chameleon, now that's a game.
Chameleon Twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I think we need to close the loop on something we didn't actually address here. You asked Austin robot animes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
We never actually got to that because we went off on some other tangents here.
I think you should watch Gundam. I want to be clear. Mobile motherfucking suit Gundam.
Like-
1979.
Yeah, like 0079.
0079. You know what they do immediately in that? The anime opens, half of humans die. Done.
Right.
That's just Avengers.
So it's basically like, is it lined up at the exact end of Dragon Ball Z? 'Cause that
Yes.
happens there too.
Yes.
But everyone comes back
Bro,
always in Dragon Ball.
Bro, after. That's the when they wish everybody back, that's after all of Gundam happens.
Okay.
Is Gundam the one that Vinny likes? I know he likes
Yes.
Transformers. Does he like both?
He likes both. I think he likes
the-
Transformers more, which, like, that's fine.
And the Transformers have brains and think for themselves. Do the Gundams, are they just like Pacific Rim things?
They are, yes, they are like Pacific Rim things. They're different.
Yeah.
You only need one
Oh,
pilot.
I
for
just
most
felt
of
some
them.
people in the audience. I felt their spines turn to glass
You know
at that
what?
one.
Listen. Pacific Rim is okay. It's good.
It's enjoyable.
Not Gundam, but
I didn't see the second one.
No
it
one did.
opens up and it's dope for 10 minutes. You know what the setup is? The setup is on the periphery of people who use robots and fight giant monsters are people who don't have shit. And so what they do is they sneak into where the battles happen and steal shit. They steal parts from broken robots.
Okay.
They steal like Captain Crunch and beer. Like that is
Right.
straight up the opening of this movie.
That's my
and then
second favorite Ludacris.
And then they just go a different direction with it. And I wish they had stayed with that.
Yeah. That.
But yeah, Mobile Suit Gundam is really good. It's the 1970s, so the art has a very distinctive
Yeah,
quality.
that's the vibe I'm mostly looking for when I'm like picking anime that I might watch someday is like that old shit.
There was
Yeah.
anime in the 70s?
What do you think?
The oldest one I know is Akira, and Akira is like in the 80s, right?
The Akira. What? Can you?
Did you just say Acura?
I watched Akira. Akira's great.
It's a
Akira's
Toyota-
really cool.
I'm
Toyota-
selling some airbags out of a 1990 Acura Legend. If anyone's looking to buy one,
I've got a 1979 Acura Tetsuo.
They make those in Canada, so it's the. Tell me everything you know about anime, Dan.
What?
Tell me everything you know about anime.
It started with Akira,
We got that.
and the biggest one now is Dragon Ball Super.
The biggest, yeah. Okay.
Right? Is that not right?
It's big.
Is that not the most popular? I feel like that's the one as an anime. Well, I was going to say anime layman,
like,
but I guess
people-
we're experts.
As experts, I can say that in some parts of the world, people took to the streets
Yeah.
because they were so
I
excited.
saw those clips. That's probably the most
They put
popular
Goku
anime.
in the New York Thanksgiving Day Parade, so I guess they
All right.
finally, yeah.
So I
I
understand.
actually think like My Hero Academia might be
Oh,
the
okay.
biggest.
That's still
like,
going.
One of the biggest ones right now. Anyway, anime's very old, Dan. Anime means
the
animation.
70s, apparently.
Think about
Or earlier, believe it or
Steamboat
not.
Willie was the first anime.
Yes. Welcome to my Kingdom Hearts panel.
Who's the
That's actually
anime?
tomorrow, 1:30.
Who's the anime Mickey Mouse? It's not Goku.
It's Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is the Mickey Mouse of anime.
No, but I mean like anime. Like,
Sora.
Like who's Mickey Mouse is an anime, right?
This I feel like is a question that has plagued man for generations.
Is Wile E. Coyote anime?
I would say he's the most anime.
Okay.
Of American cartoon. Yeah, you know what?
Then I've definitely always loved anime.
I think this was a lot simpler and a lot worse when everyone just called it Japanimation.
Yeah.
It was a lot easier to categorize. Well, what was made in Japan? No. Well then.
There is a thread by this author I like, Max Gladstone, who yesterday was pointing out the fact that in the 90s and 2000s, if you liked anime or Japanimation, you didn't like pick a genre because the genre was Japanimation.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
watched Sailor Moon.
That was
you
the
watched
section
Ava,
of the video store.
You watched La Blue Girl. You watched Ninja Scroll.
yeah.
Some of those maybe you were too young to watch, but you watched.
I watched La Blue Girl, Legend of the Overfiend, and Ninja Scroll when I was like 16.
The
or
perfect
so.
age.
Yeah, and I was like, fucking yeah.
I remember I discovered anime because when I was in elementary school, I was like in the after school waiting for your parents thing, and so they would just put on movies when you were stuck there, and the guy who ran that thing was weird. One day he was like, we're gonna watch this Japanese animation, and it was Bubblegum Crisis.
Hell yes.
I was in 5th grade.
Hell yes.
Those ladies take off their clothes.
All of them.
A lot.
They kill some cyborgs. It's great.
That guy got fired a month later.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Honestly.
If you got to go down.
Yeah, no, go down with Bubblegum Crisis. It's that was all right.
So I'm in possession of Bubblegum Crisis.
Yeah.
I think that's worth watching.
Yeah, it's all right.
Is
I haven't seen it since I was 10, but yeah, it was all right. Is it hot? To my mind at that time, sure.
All right, great. Then I'm in. So I bought Gundam on Blu-ray, I think, before we even.
It was like the
joke
first thing you
about-
told me after I left. Like you wanted to fucking twist the knife, Jeff.
Yeah.
You were like, good luck. And then like 2 weeks later, you're like, so I bought all of Gundam on Blu-ray. Fuck you.
That's right. Have fun and fight. And so I was getting all ready to start watching it, and then I started reading up on just the history of it and that series, and realized like, oh, there's an episode missing.
Yeah. It's a good episode too. It's like there's nothing, they shouldn't have cut that episode.
Yeah, so they cut an episode from, I guess, like just the English release, and even, is it cut out of the Japanese re-releases now,
I don't
too?
think so. No,
But-
you can see it. Well, I can get it to you.
Yeah, no, I know a guy who knows a guy
Yeah.
who has
Me.
a computer. And yeah, so there's like one episode that got cut, and it like threw me for some loop of just like, well, I'm only gonna watch Gundam once. I'm gonna want to make sure I watch the completest, most best Gundam I could. Shit. And that put me off for however many years it's been. I'm just like, I got this Blu-ray sitting here that I've yet to start watching. And then
Well, now's the time.
So then they put out the Dragon Ball Fighters, and then that was like, yeah, I think Dan and I separately at the same time were like, we should watch Dragon Ball and talk about it.
It's wild that game was so good that after fucking 20 years of having a brand about hating anime, you were like, yeah, fuck it, we should watch this shit.
Well, the weird thing is, like, I didn't even play that much of the game, so I got it and I started playing it and just got enough into it to see, like, man, this all seems pretty cool, like all the attacks and the animations and everything. And so then I decided to watch the whole show, and then I could play the game and not get spoiled, which is not like the game spoils anything. But I still, to this day, have
Well,
maybe
it spoils
played.
the part where that guy goes through that mountain.
Yes, that happens every other episode.
Yeah.
I played maybe 40 minutes of that game in my life. I know it's super duper good, but like, yeah, it is most notable to me as like getting me into Dragon Ball because it looked cool.
I think the thing that put me over the edge with it was when I sat down with Ben and he was like, oh, they did this thing. And it was the specific thing where like Nappa stops in the air. And that's in the game. And I was like, that's crazy they would put that in there. That seems like something that'd be a really fucked up thing to have a fighting game character do.
Doesn't it do all of Trunks' like signs and everything too? Like,
He does all
his
his
gang
gang
shit,
signs.
all
Yes.
that is in
yeah.
there.
The like in the run up to that, as someone who grew up on Dragon Ball Z, as they were linking or like showing off some of the dramatic finishes or climactic finishes or whatever, I was completely marking out. Like it is Dragon Ball, Star Wars, and Gundam are the only things I mark out for, and like I dropped the facade completely. I'm screaming, I'm yelling. So like seeing Gohan and Goku do the father-son Kamehameha in like one of the lead-up videos, I was like, buying this game. Let's go. I'm going to be the best fighter. I played it for like 2 hours, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
How have I played more of this game than anyone else at this table? Like, I really like that game. It's super good, but it did not make me want to watch the show at all. Like, I was just like, no, this is enough. I don't need any of the context. I don't need to know why there are 7 fucking Gokus. I just need to know that they are there and they are awesome. That's enough for me.
Some of them aren't even Goku, really.
Guys, look, if they have the hair, they're a Goku. That is my stance. That is my belief. This is my centrism. This is how I live.
There are also some of them that are Gokus that you didn't realize were Gokus.
True.
Like the
Secret
fusion.
Gokus?
Yeah.
Someone read
Why
that.
did you not call the podcast that?
They didn't know yet. They didn't know how
Yeah,
to
no,
Goku.
you had to watch. Yeah, believe me, a lot of people wanted us to rename it.
Yeah, I love it when people know the Spirit Bombcast. It's like, 10 episodes before we ever saw a Spirit Bomb.
Yeah,
But
like-
to be fair, that's a good name for a podcast. But we had no idea
I
that was the
don't
thing.
like it. It's too good. It's too like.
Too on the nose, or
Yeah.
too obvious.
Yeah, it's just
I
like,
remember we had some Slack conversation back and forth like Goku puns.
That's try and find that. No, I guess I think they made us slack down.
Wait, what? Was there a story there? Why did they make you shut down the anime Slack?
We were running a rogue Slack within the organization, and then at some point,
This is true.
Yeah, at some point, like I got an email from IT going, "We understand that you're running a separate Slack outside of the company's Slack," because they had just moved everybody over. This is exciting shit. They had just moved the entire company into one Slack because that's efficient.
This is relevant to me for some reasons. How did you get caught? I'm just out of curiosity.
No idea. Someone fucking
snitched.
I don't know. That or they're sniffing network traffic. I have no idea. Someone fucking snitched out my bootleg Slack.
Patrick, can you look up some VPN shit for me later? Just for thank you.
The worst part is that they put us into the company Slack, and there's a general pool for the entire company. And all it is just an endless series of the most boring reaction GIFs you've ever seen in your life. And within a week, every single employee from our team had exited that Slack. It's a horror show.
I think we can DM Steve Colbert though if we want to.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't do that already?
No, I should.
Yeah, me and Stevie, we talk all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
You ask him his favorite Goku?
Yeah.
He loves them all.
Weirdly enough, it's Vegeta.
Vegeta's not a Goku. He's okay.
That's not what Stephen Colbert says.
He is a proud warrior. He is royalty. He is a proud representative of the Saiyan race, which, as they continue to double down on Vegeta and the Saiyan supremacy stuff, got more and more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's the last one, basically.
Well, yeah.
The other ones don't count.
And he's a proud Saiyan prince.
Austin, do you know what Broly is?
Do you mean?
It's a movie, right?
Do you mean?
I know he's the new
Did
Goku.
you say Burly?
No, he said Broly. He did say it right, I think.
Well, okay. Did you also just say? I hear he's the new Goku.
He's like the new tough guy, right?
He's the new tough guy.
Do you like him? I think people like that movie,
Well,
right?
So the thing is, the old movie with him, so Dragon Ball Z has a bunch of movies. I would actually love for y'all to watch some of those movies.
We watched
you saw
one
the
of
Trunks one.
Yeah.
But the Trunks one is weird because it's trying to fill in this gap.
Yeah.
A lot of them are side stories. So you get the first 20 minutes is they go to the mall and hang out. And then some motherfucker you've never heard of but looks like a palette swap Goku shows up. And it's I'm here to cause trouble.
It's like
And
an
I have this
Ermac Goku.
evil apple or whatever the fuck they do. And then you're no, you're not allowed to have the evil apple. And then they fight a bunch. But it's different pairings. You get a lot of Goku and Piccolo teaming up to fight at the same time, or Gohan and Goku fight. There's stuff that you just don't get in the regular run. And so that stuff is actually really fun. It's filler, but it's good. And Broly started there and sucked. He was miserable. It was just his whole thing was just I'm big and angry.
It just seemed like someone who watched a bunch of the
Dragon Ball Z
AMVs of just okay, well, Limp Bizkit's good.
Yes.
So
yes, which
we've
at
made a
that
character
time,
that speaks to that.
Right.
That was the impression I had of.
This sounds like the Dragon Ball character for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. You and your silk shirt collection and wall scrolls.
I'm rolling.
Yeah. You should keep rolling.
I will keep rolling. Rolling.
Come on.
we're talking about wrestling again, or what's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, it all intersects.
Yeah, it does.
Goku is the real American badass. As it turns out.
Well, we get to Biker Broly. That's going to be a dark time.
Yeah, for sure. Video games.
What? I don't know if we have time for those anymore.
I mean, I got an update. Do you want a video game update? I got a very important one here.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
This is, let me just bring this up here. This comes from Sony. They make the PlayStation. Online, let me see here. Online services for Drive Club VR, and Drive Club Bikes will shut down on the 31st of March 2020. So we have a year. We got a year to get all of our Drive Club in before they finally shut it down.
Great. I'm going to start a Drive Club, and we're going to have a great time with it. That game was not good.
No.
People were, there was a cluster, I mean, there's always a cluster of people.
There always is.
Yep.
Always. But there was a cluster of people who seemed to be unwilling to accept the raw fact that that was a bad game and that I was the person out there saying, yo, this is a bad game.
The most interesting thing about Drive Club was that guy that worked on Drive Club that went on stage and basically said he wanted to fuck a car.
Well, live your truth, man.
Oh, no, I'm not judging. I'm just saying that was the most interesting thing that happened around that game.
That's the kind of club I would try to join, honestly.
Yeah.
You know? It was,
Some real fucking Crash J.G. Ballard type shit.
yeah, it's just we just get together in a second floor of a parking garage at 3 in the morning, and we drift, and we fuck these cars.
Yeah.
In that order.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
of
you-
course.
Get them warmed up first.
You got to heat up these pipes. So, new T-shirt? You got to. Pretty excited. Store.giantbomb.com.
Did they shut down the Warhawk servers?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a shame. That game was good. Yeah.
That game was.
Warhawk.
One guy.
The new Warhawk, yeah.
The old Warhawk was pretty good too.
Yeah, it was single
At
track.
FMV.
Single track was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you a Jet Moto guy?
No, I like Jet Moto in theory.
Yes.
And then you play it and you go like, I see why people would be way into this, and I just kind of never really. I just kind of stuck with Wipeout. I think.
There were good ideas, like the thing where you grapple the thing.
Grapple, drift
yeah.
around corners and stuff like that. Like there really hasn't been. I get why people are like, man, they need to make new Jet Moto because there's kind of nothing like that.
It's kind of like a wave race type thing. Like they haven't done a wave race since what, GameCube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they'll do a new wave race, like a Switch race? Is it time?
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Or like, when was the last F-Zero? That was GameCube as well, right?
Yeah, I guess so, unless there was.
No, that was it.
GX was the last one, right?
I think so.
I guess so.
Huh. That wouldn't surprise me. Because they keep
Yeah.
like the characters alive and stuff in Smash and all that.
Right. Yeah. But I don't know. Like that seems like the sort of thing that like they don't make themselves anymore. Like they just like F-Zero GX I think wasn't even them. Like was that?
I don't know who made
or
that.
something?
It was Sega.
Yeah, so it was some Sega division.
It's a hard game.
Can I ask kind of like an existential terror video game nightmare question?
Yeah.
So,
I think this is the place for that.
yeah, good. Well, it's like it's connected to Drive Club. Because Drive Club, they showed off Drive Club, and I think all of us were like, oh, yeah, cool, and like a car game.
Yeah, I want to fuck those cars, totally.
Right, of course, yeah. So, but now, when I think about like the future of video games, I can't imagine ever seeing that presentation for a Drive Club type game. Like, wow, yeah, cool. That's the future of video games ever again in my life. And it's not because I don't like cars. Like I like Forza Horizon 4 a lot. But even with that, when they showed that, I was like, oh yeah, it's one of these. And like changing that name wouldn't have gotten me more excited. Maybe this is a me problem. Maybe I'm just done. But I'm curious. Like we're looking at streaming. We're looking at lots of games as services. Like, what do you think is the next thing where you're like, that looks dope? Can you even imagine what that might be? Because like part of me is like, oh, Stadia might be that when they were about to announce it, and I watched it and I was like,
Yeah. That was the most like dread-filled moment I've had about video games in a very long time. The Stadia stuff was really creepy in a way.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I think like if it works, I think that like I would love that
yeah,
future.
It's like I'm not saying that I hate the idea of it even. It was just like it was this moment of like you're looking at it and you go, okay, this is how it happens next. Like this is where it goes. And then there was some part of me that was like, this is how it ends.
no more.
What do you think the down like? Is it from? I know you like to collect things and everything. Is some of it tied to that, or like
It's
what
not even-
rubs you the wrong way
It's
about
not
it?
even the collection stuff because honestly, I would love to get rid of like a large percentage of the stuff I have.
Oh, come on. It's a museum quality collection.
Yeah.
When was the last time you held a gun con?
It was last month.
All right,
You should know better than to ask him things like
I
that.
just wanted to confirm.
I was dual wielding gun cons. I have black ones because I imported them from Japan.
oh, wow.
And I was like, I need black gun cons, and I need 2 of them, obviously.
20 years ago, you were importing gun cons. Now you're importing Nendroids.
I think there's probably like kind of a
Yeah.
line there. But I think to answer your question, I think like the tech end of Stadia is really exciting. The idea of just like, hey, what if you could have something that approached, a much more unlimited amount of resources to make a game. And so that's the sort of stuff that when it's not never a car game. It's never the tires are round.
Right.
They're not going to get any more round. Like, oh, this is at 8K instead of 4K. And you're like, okay, yeah, that's sharper. But these cars look like fucking cars already. I want to fuck these cars.
We know that. We all agree.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I think the days of the car game as the, like, check out our new tech thing, like, kind of have to be over in a way. Unless they can somehow get, like, just more photorealistic. And I don't know. That's
I mean, maybe, right? Maybe
Yeah,
they get it to where it's like literally like looking at video. And we're like,
Right.
fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's hard to imagine.
But that's the thing we're walking into with this generation, right? Like, at least for me, it is very much like we are walking into this generation because it's been 7 years. It's like the time is just, hey, this is the time when we cycle out hardware. But I haven't gotten this sense, and by all means, people in the room disagree with me if I'm wrong here, but I haven't gotten the sense that people are, like, tired of this hardware.
I think a big part of it is because of like the Pro and the X and everything. Like I feel like it would start feeling older if we didn't have those incremental upgrades.
Right.
It just made things weird. And then, NVIDIA's big thing with the ray tracing stuff just doesn't necessarily seem like the immediate future in some ways. So I think there's just a lot of stuff up in the air. And then you look at the streaming stuff and go, oh, So I think to actually answer your question, I think the thing that would be impressive to me would be something that is at a scope or a scale that you definitely couldn't do if you were if you had an Xbox hooked up to a TV hooked up to your internet. It becomes the thing of just because this is all on some rack mount thing, it's a 10,000. It's like an MMO the way that you initially envisioned them, of everyone all in the same world at the same time, no server queues or any of that. It's just here's all of these people right here. You're not logging into World of Warcraft and then picking a server. You're just all there.
Waiting in line for a boss.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's the thing, though, right? It's even that stuff is you have to have good fucking ideas to actually take advantage of some of that stuff.
Right.
I kind of don't want a 10,000 person battle royale or whatever, right?
Yeah, but someone should make one
Just
so
to
you can
see.
try it and go, huh.
Yeah.
They did, and
this
it's called
sucks.
MAG.
Well, yeah, MAG, yeah, yeah.
All right, here I'm going to cycle it all back though. Austin, I know you said that maybe it's just not that kind of thing anymore. Nothing could really excite you the way that Drive Club's Very Horny Cars did. But let me present to you my idea for the game that's going to salvage this generation. It's going to make everything good.
Yeah.
Gundam Club.
Gundam Club, I'm in. I'm all the way in.
most fuckable Gundams you've ever seen.
Finally.
The highest quality.
Yes, master grade.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, that's the a lot of the things that you think about, oh, what if they could make these games at a larger scope and scale and bring all these players together and fuck all these Gundams.
I just thought it was a good idea.
It is.
It is, yeah, it's a good idea. Where they've gotten to with a lot of that stuff is fine. You look at Destiny and you look at it and go, it's technically a 4-player game or 6, if you're raiding, or I guess 8 or 10 if you're playing competitive multiplayer. And that's fine. You don't necessarily need to run into a billion other players out in the world to make it feel like a living game. They've found solutions that work around that. So in some ways, I feel a lot of my ideas for with this unlimited space and power, what could you do? A lot of it feels really making good on really old ideas that people have solved in different ways. And it's strange.
I keep getting impressed by how The Division is doing that stuff. And maybe this is old because I didn't really play the first one, but in 2, I think it is really cool how somewhat seamlessly you can go into the dark zones and stuff, and it's this type of multiplayer interaction.
Yeah.
But in the general world, this is how it is, or you can shoot up a flare and call people, and it's so seamless, co-op stuff. It all just kind of works in the way that I wanted it to.
Yeah, I think with the Division 1, the thing I ran into was you never, and Division 2 does this as well, but when you're out in the world, you never run into another human by chance. And that was the thing that the promise of an online game meant I'm doing a thing, and this dude's here doing something else, and suddenly we're working together and doing a thing, and then I wave at him and we go off our separate ways because we murdered all of these guys.
Where'd you get that gun?
Yeah.
I think that's what they were trying to sell with Destiny, and Destiny does some of that stuff with public events and stuff, but not quite the way.
And I think that's the thing is if you just said it's the No Man's Sky problem. As they work to make No Man's Sky some bigger online game, it's that's a huge universe. You're still gonna have to funnel players together and give them ways to connect and have it be meaningful and relevant and stuff, as opposed to just I flew past a ship and maybe that's a person. That's not cool enough anymore. When we thought about connected worlds and online games and all that stuff, you're that's a person. I'm playing PlanetSide and all these people are people.
They're people. They're fucking me up because I'm
yeah,
terrible at PlanetSide. So the No Man's Sky example is really good because they put out that update with a lot with multiplayer, and the one night someone joined my game, and it was someone I knew but I wasn't tight with and we didn't plan it, and they came down to my planet and they saw my shit and waved at me, blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
As if it was the first time I've ever played a game with another person. It was this is my base, I built this base, I'm really proud of this base, and they were thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what might still have done that the best is Journey. Journey kind of nailed that. When you do just kind of run into someone, it's oh, I just, surprise, I played the whole game with this person I don't know, and we didn't talk at all. I think that really nailed it, and that was, 10 years ago at this point almost?
Yeah, and that's, 2 people. And does that design benefit from suddenly, what if it was 10,000 people? No. But you could theoretically build other games that are, that try to do something like that at a larger scale.
It's novel stuff, like what Dark Souls did and everything. That is a very novel way to bring in a multiplayer element to what is ostensibly a single-player game.
Right. Yeah. And I think the thing I always used to think about was, as the internet became more of a thing for games, was man, one day they're going to do an online Grand Theft Auto. And then I like would sit there and spin
Yeah,
my
one
head.
day we're going to do an online Grand Theft Auto.
And the thing they did is like not at all what I would want.
No.
out of an
Nope.
online Grand Theft Auto.
As maybe we've been playing it for the last, what 6 years now?
Let's just say, yeah, maybe. What if?
Because in my mind, and honestly, like APB, the original vision for that was almost a little closer to it, but boy, that didn't. But it was
people do the thing that you want. It's just they do it in role-play servers.
Right,
Where
and
someone is like, I'm going to pretend to be a cop for 6 hours.
and that's the thing is like it has to be like someone has to be the cops.
Yeah.
And
Not me.
And no one
motherfucker.
wants to be the cops.
Yes. And then, so the thing I hit upon eventually was like, they almost need to build something that is like the Matrix in that like the AI is going to respond with a bunch of cops, but you're paying a bunch of mods to sit in some bunker somewhere, and they can just become those cops when they need to, and be like, some of these are going to be people, and all they do is play this game. So at some point, they're going to like warp into that cop body, and you're not going to know it. They're just going to start moving a little more realistic. You go, oh shit, oh shit.
Operator.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Like that was always the vision I had for like what an online GTA would be. Because
Did you fuck around with Matrix Online ever? Because it was that, and it was the best. It was really like I played hundreds of hours of Matrix Online. Seeing an agent who was a person was the coolest thing that ever happened to me. In a game.
Yeah, and like I played probably only 30 hours of it because at some point it was like I can't do this.
Did you ever play the counter ops mode in Perfect Dark?
Yeah.
That's kind of that, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're warping into the bodies and stop
Yeah,
people.
Sure,
Yeah.
it's pretty similar.
You can shove a desk in front of a door.
Well, yeah. Well, counter ops mode.
On that note.
On that note, we want to thank everyone for coming out. Take care of yourselves out there. Thanks for coming through. Thanks to Austin Walker.
Thank you. Tomorrow,
Waypoint.zone.
Waypoint.zone. Tomorrow, 1:30 in the Bumblebee Theater? Dragonfly Theater, apparently. We'll be talking about Kingdom Hearts and getting drunk in Boston. Come through.
Are you going to get drunk in Boston and then talk about Kingdom Hearts?
Maybe. We always got drunk before we did that podcast.
Then
so.
maybe I will come through.
Okay.
The only way to experience Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
All right, everybody have a great night. We'll see you.
It's probably going to be dinner and drinks.
Discover.
Hi, what's this Social Security alert?
It's a free alert. If we find your Social